Okay, let's dive right into this explainer. If you're operating a business in Pakistan right now, whether that's in manufacturing, retail, healthcare, or logistics, you already know that outgrowing your software is just a genuinely painful experience. But the actual idea of upgrading to a massive new system, that can honestly feel like performing open-heart surgery on your business while it's still awake. So today, we're demystifying that terrifying ERP implementation journey. We're going to break down exactly how NEXO ERP, a highly specialized Lahore-based company, uses a deeply structured methodology to bring organizations from operational chaos to total digital control.
To act as your guide today, here is the exact roadmap we'll be tracking chronologically. We're going to move step by step from day one discovery all the way to post-go-live support. We'll hit tackling upgrade fear, scoping and configuration, legacy data migration, local compliance, training and go-live, and finally, ongoing support.
All right, starting with Phase 1, tackling the ERP upgrade fear and moving from chaos to control.
I want to just empathetically address the elephant in the room here. Be completely honest. Is your business afraid of losing historical data during an upgrade? Because operations directors and CFOs are usually terrified of downtime. That fear of grinding the whole business to a halt is incredibly real. But NEXO ERP actually answers this anxiety directly with their zero chaos, maximum control philosophy. They don't just dump software on your servers. They architect a completely seamless transition. And the relief waiting on the other side of a well-executed implementation is massive. The real-time insights are a game changer for our strategic planning. When you eliminate those tedious manual processes without losing a single byte of data, you aren't just surviving an upgrade, you are fundamentally upgrading your strategic capabilities.
Which brings us to Phase 2, scoping and custom configuration, fitting your exact workflows.
This is really the inciting incident of our journey. During this initial scoping phase, NEXO's consultants sit down and map out exactly what your specific business needs. Now, timeline expectations are obviously going to vary based on your business maturity, but here's a really pleasant surprise. A standard SME implementation can actually be ready in just 2 to 4 weeks. Compare that to a massive multi-department rollout, which typically takes 3 to 6 months. But the constant here, whether it's for the Essentials Edition or the Elite Edition, is that NEXO provides a dedicated implementation manager and a crystal clear timeline right from day one.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the technology driving this deep customization, which is called a headless ERP architecture. Because it's an API-first approach, the back-end core logic is totally decoupled from the front-end presentation. Why does this matter to you? Well, it allows developers to build out totally custom web portals and deeply integrated mobile apps without ever messing with the core business logic. So your future system upgrades remain incredibly stable and nothing breaks. Moving right along to Phase 3, safe legacy data migration. Think of this as the moving house process. Now, this is the heavy lifting. Moving your data is basically like moving into a highly organized, automated smart home. Absolutely nothing can get lost in transit. Whether you're finally letting go of QuickBooks, Tally, SAP B1, Microsoft Dynamics, or even that super clunky custom-built software your IT guy made back in 2004, the Lahore-based NEXO team has handled these specific transitions time and time again. For them, minimal downtime isn't just a bonus, it's a strict core project requirement. Let's walk through the precise safety net they use for this. First up, schema mapping ensures your old data fields find the right home. Then comes data extraction and rigorous transformation and validation. But step 4 is the ultimate magic key, parallel run testing. They literally run your old and new systems simultaneously for a set period. This acts as your absolute ironclad guarantee that all your historical data is secure, accurate, and fully functional before you ever cut the cord on your old software.
Next up is Phase 4, mastering local Pakistani compliance. And crucially, this is not just tacked on as an afterthought.
This is exactly where generalist IT firms usually stumble. But NEXO excels by baking Pakistani compliance directly into the core configuration. They handle Tier-1 FBR POS integration, EOBI, and PESSI payroll deductions, fully localized Pakistani chart of accounts. Why does this actually matter? Because automating your tax reporting and local payroll deductions saves your business from severe compliance penalties, and it totally eliminates those agonizing manual accounting nightmares.
So the crucial point is the tangible impact of this localized compliance, which is huge. By eliminating manual compliance and supply chain bottlenecks, your team can finally focus on actual growth rather than just drowning in paperwork.
All right, Phase 5, Training, onboarding, and go live. This is the handoff.
This is really the climax of our implementation narrative. It's where the technology is finally handed over to the actual human beings who are going to use it every single day. In a typical large-scale rollout, scoping and architecture happens in month 1, and customization and migration in month 2. But month 3 is absolutely vital: department head and user training. NEXO structures their programs differently based on exactly who is learning, from system admins down to everyday end users. And crucially, this training is delivered in both Urdu and English across Pakistan, ensuring total user adoption before the final cutover and go live in month 4.
Finally, Phase 6, ongoing support and growth for the long haul.
NEXO's philosophy here is simple. Post-go live, we're still here. They absolutely reject that install and abandon approach that is honestly way too common in the IT world. Instead, their monthly support retainers cover bug fixes, vital system updates, new module rollouts, and monthly performance reviews. This continuous loop ensures the software scales smoothly alongside your business as you add things like AI dashboards or unlock elite HRMS features.
This long-term partnership is deeply rooted in 4 core values: efficiency, transparency, scalability, and innovation. These 4 equal pillars guide literally everything they do, from their open-source roots to their dedicated support queue, where you always get a single point of contact rather than just getting lost in some faceless ticket system.
So, we've traveled the entire roadmap from day 1 discovery all the way to post-go-live support, seeing exactly how NEXO ERP removes the chaos from digital transformation. I want to leave you with this final provocative thought. Are you ready to replace your messy spreadsheets with scalable digital control? The blueprint for a unified business era is right in front of you. The only question is, when will you take that first step? Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and keep learning.